The cattle industry employs close to 2,000 Territorians and is worth an estimated $800 million to the NT economy. But a New South Wales Labor MP says the industry needs to change and ship more boxed meat instead of live exports. The suggestion has been criticised by Territory politicians and the industry.
Australia is the second largest beef exporter in the world, but a federal politician says the industry needs to change. The Labor MP for the New South Wales seat of Page, Janelle Saffin, has put forward a private member's motion calling for a shift away from live exports.
I think it's a silly motion. It doesn't reflect the nature of the cattle industry in north of Australia. It completely misunderstands what's happening in the live cattle export trade.
4 other Labor MPs who support the motion say tens of thousands of jobs have been lost in the meat processing industry over the last few decades. They're blaming a focus on live exports, but Territory producers disagree.
About 30 to 40% of workers in eastern seaboard processing facilities are 457 visa holders. They're imported labour, so there's obviously an issue with getting labour in the first place.
The member for Lingiari, Warren Snowdon, says the motion does not take into account the value the Australian beef industry places on animal welfare.
Nor does it appreciate the $1.8 million a year which is being spent in Indonesia to improve the welfare of cattle which are exported there. So I think that misunderstanding shows how shallow the motion is.
The Greens believe that we should not be exporting animals live overseas for processing. We know that conditions in many other countries that we export animals to are far worse than they are here in Australia.
The Federal Agriculture Minister says the government's support for live animal exports has not changed. Lucy McNally, ABC News.